Do you go with the standard EKKO, which comes very awesome from Winnebago, or do you go with the VanUp EKKO? All right, as we take a look inside of our Mercedes Star, which is blacked out, not only does that look tough, but inside we can see our PIAA horns, 400 hertz and a 330 hertz. So we're gonna beat this horn. It's gonna sound much better than the standard Mercedes chassis. The Mercedes, my wife calls the horn, it sounds like the Roadrunner. Let's see what this horn sounds like with VanUp. Do you go with the VanUp modified horn or the standard chassis? People will take this serious when you honk at them in this VanUp EKKO. So first off, the cockpit is going to be standard. You're going to have this added armrest from Winnebago. Beautiful machine. We're not going to go into detail about all the features of this Sprinter chassis, but you can see beautiful leather wrapped steering wheel, MBUX system. But the modification from VanUp is going to be this control system. We have our onboard air compressor. We have the rear roof, passenger roof, driver roof, bumper lights, bumper low and high. And then here we are in the standard EKKO with the Mercedes Sprinter chassis. You can see the cup holders and where the VanUp light controls are located. This is the standard EKKO, so you don't have those extra light controls. The rest of this EKKO will be standard. Of course, it has some great amenities in this 23B floor plan. But right now we're just focusing on the VanUp modifications that you can get straight off the lot here at La Mesa RV. Now Winnebago is going to give you these awesome method wheels, standard bumper, high performance LED headlights from Mercedes. Cockpit is pretty much factory from Mercedes. Here we are underneath. We can see the standard EKKO. You don't have that extra skid plate. You see that exposed oil pan and alternator. This is the all-wheel drive, so you are getting excellent ground clearance, but that VanUp modification with the skid plate definitely is going to give you more protection, especially if you're focusing on overlanding. We can see those dually wheels, some of the standard suspension. Again, the 3500 XD chassis is excellent, but VanUp definitely kicked it up a notch. Even with the modifications from VanUp, you're still going to have 5,000 pound towing capacity. So EKKOs with the Sprinter are built on the 170-inch all-wheel drive wheelbase. 3500, we do have the dually wheels. Only problem with dually is you can get objects like rocks stuck in between these. Going to be the 16-inch method anodized black. If we take a look on the inside, getting the standard suspension with this. I had the 2500, but the suspension was excellent. We have the high performance LED headlights, blacked out grille and bumper. Overall, really, the EKKO is an excellent vehicle. We're going to look at another EKKO that has been upfitted by a company called VanUp. It's located in Mesa, Arizona, where they can take an already incredible vehicle like this Sprinter EKKO. You see this does not have the perimeter LED lighting like the VanUp version. And there's so many accessories, you can always buy your own LED lights later. We're just trying to compare the standard EKKO to the VanUp version. Please leave your thoughts between the standard EKKO and the VanUp EKKO. Now first off, just from a zoomed out point of view, we can see the incredible fender flare we have on the front. Looks very awesome. We have our Rika alloy wheels. And also, instead of having dually in the back, we have a single rear wheel, so you don't have to worry about getting objects stuck in between your dually wheels. Coming into the front, first off, we can see that heavy-duty Owl Vans bumper, also with Nacho off-road 4x4 lights and Warren winch with recovery tow hook And then we can see more of the brush guard and how far down that bumper and brush guard goes. These are all going to be upfits from VanUp right here in Arizona, in particular Mesa, Arizona. So they're going to take this Winnebago EKKO, which is already an incredible vehicle, and have kicked it up a few notches for sure. Just look at these gorgeous Ryka wheels. Of course, you're still going to have the BF Goodrich tires. They're excellent tires. Instead of being a 16-inch wheel, these are a 17-inch rim. This does have the wider stance. And then taking a look on the inside is where you're going to see a huge difference. Not only does this replace the standard strut from Mercedes, but King off-road racing shocks has replaced it with a coilover, and also an extra shock on both sides on this front suspension, giving this overlanding vehicle even more capability, in addition to looking amazing. What do you guys think about this EKKO modified by VanUp? Please leave in the comments, I'd love to hear. As we come into the rear, instead of having the dually wheels like the standard EKKO, VanUp did put a wider rear tire on this. For the rear, we're going to have the 295 70Rs, 17s. So this will also be a 17-inch wheel. On the interior, we can see some more modifications. For instance, take a look at the stack of springs. There's so much more suspension going on here. We have that King Racing shock for the rear. So right off the bat, you're going to have extra suspension, extra capacity with this stack of springs. You can see a little bit more of the suspension versus the standard EKKO. Check out that skid plate on the differential. Look at those shocks. And the huge stack of leaf springs on this 3500 XT frame. Absolutely incredible upfit from VanUp. Alright, so taking a look at the rear, look at that huge spare tire. You don't have the standard Sprinter tire, you have the larger BF Goodrich tire. You can see more of the beefed up suspension. You can see our disc brake and that wide stance, giving this vehicle even more aggressive and stable stance for your off-road adventure. What do you guys think about this suspension? We have other videos going into the details of the EKKO. This VanUp EKKO is available at La Mesa RV. VanUp works with La Mesa to upfit these vehicles to make them even more amazing for off-road adventures. They do have the standard EKKO available, but this VanUp is a special EKKO for sure. What do you guys think about this incredible machine? This is actually ready right off the lot with all of these upfits from VanUp. Alright, so looking up top, another modification from VanUp are these perimeter lights. You have 2 lights on each corner, lighting up your entire camping spot. High intensity LEDs. You'll be able to control the Nacho off-road lights, perimeter lights, and you can turn on just one side or all sides with this control panel. Now coming into the side of our VanUp EKKO, we have our extra air chuck. This is going to be part of the onboard air compressor, ARB onboard air compressor installed by VanUp. So we're going to go underneath the hood, take a look where our air compressor is located. Alright, watch how easy it is to lift our hood. We have Owl Van's hood struts installed by VanUp. Of course, we have our inline 4 twin turbo high output diesel motor 9-speed automatic transmission. This is standard in both the regular EKKO and this VanUp version. But if we take a look, we have our onboard air compressor from ARB. This is maximum performance. It is a dual air compressor. And then just take an overall view. Look at how clean this brand new EKKO from VanUp is. And just look at the fender flares. Incredible. It's so wide. These fender flares are so wide. Also the wide stance with the kit installed by VanUp. Very aggressive look. Heavy duty skid plate, incredible. Hey guys, so what do? Do you go with the standard EKKO or do you go with the VanUp EKKO? Please leave in the comments, I'd love to hear. All right, thank you for joining me today as we took a look at this modified Winnebago EKKO from VanUp. VanUp did an incredible job on this. We'd like to thank La Mesa RV for letting us spend time with this VanUp version EKKO so that we could share it with you. What are your thoughts? Would you get the regular Winnebago EKKO or would you get the VanUp version? If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. If you are a subscriber, thank you so much for being here. We look forward to bringing you more incredible machines like this Winnebago EKKO from VanUp. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.